We are excited to present Act 5, the final act of the Comedy of Errors. One day, we will be able to enjoy live theater, and when that day comes, we will invite you all in to take these seats once again. I look forward to that day, but for now, the auditorium remains empty. And there I am, kind of saying goodbye as you leave the auditorium. Over the last 5 weeks, on Saturday nights, we presented one act each week. As we end our virtual production of William Shakespeare's The Comedy of Errors and leave our theater, I'd like to give you a remote goodbye. This has been the director of the drama department, Mr. Hill, and I thank you for joining us here at Rogers High School in the E. Arthur Larson Performing Arts Center. Enjoy the show.
I'm sorry, madam, that I've hindered you, but I protest. They had the chain of me, though most dishonestly they doth deny it.
How is this person esteemed here in the city?
Of very reverend reputation, madam, of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. Their word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly, yonder as I think they walk.
'Tis so, and that self-chain about their neck which they forswore most monstrously to have. Good madam, draw near to me, I'll speak to them. Antipholus, I wonder much of what you would have put to me to this shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself, without circumstance and oath, to so deny this chain which you now wear so openly. Beside the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this my honest friend, who, but for staying on our controversy, did hoisted sail and put to sea today. This chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it, or forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest, did hear thee. Fie on thee, wretch! 'Tis pity that thou livest to walk where any honest person resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently, if thou darest stand.
I dare and do defy thee for a villain.
Hold! Hurt them not! For God's sakes, they're mad! Some get within them, take their swords away. Bind Dromio too, and bear them to my house.
Run, master, run, for God's sake! Take our house! This is some priory inn, or we are spoiled!
Be quiet, people. Wherefore throng you hither?
To fetch my poor distracted partner hence. Let us come in, that we may bind them fast, and bear them home for their recovery.
I knew they weren't in their perfect wits.
I'm sorry now that I did draw on them.
How long hath this possession held the person?
This week they have been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the person they were. But till this afternoon their passion never brake into extremity of rage.
No, not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring my partner forth.
Neither. They took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege them from your hands till I have brought them to their wits again, or lose my labor in assaying it.
I will attend my partner, be his nurse, die to sickness, for it is my office, and will have no attorney but myself, and therefore let me have them home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let them stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups, drugs, and holy prayers, to make them a formal person again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore depart, and leave them here with me.
I will not hence, and leave my partner here. And ill it doth beseem your holiness to separate the partner and the wife.
Be quiet, and depart. Thou shalt not have them.
Complain unto the Duchess of this indignity.
Come go, I will fall prostrate at her feet, and never rise until my tears and prayers have won her grace to come in person hither, and take perforce my partner from the abbess.
By this I think the dial points at 5, and I'm sure the Duchess herself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution behind the ditches of the abbey here.
Upon what cause?
To see the reverend Syracusian merchant, who put unluckily into this bay, against the laws and statutes of this town, beheaded publicly for his offences.
See where they come, will you behold his death.
kneel to the Duchess before she passed the abbey.
Yet once again proclaim it publicly. If any friend will pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duchess, against the abbess.
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It could not be that she have done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my partner, who I made lord of me and all I had at your important letters. This ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness overtook them, that desperately they hurried through the streets with their bondman, all as mad as them, doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing in their houses, bearing thence jewelries. Against the rage did the like. Once did I get them bound and sent them home, whilst to take order for the wrongs I went, that here and there their fury had committed. Anon, I want not by what strong escape they broke from those that had the guard of them, and with their mad attendant and themselves, each one ireful passion, with drawn swords met us again, and madly bent on us, chased us away, till rising of more aid we came again to bind them. Then they fled into this abbey, whither we pursued them. And here the abbess shut the gates on us, and will not suffer us to fetch them out, nor send them forth that we may bear them hence. Therefore, most gracious Duchess, with thy command, let them be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Long since thy partner served me in my wars, and I too do engage a prince's word, when thou canst make the master of thy bed, to do them all the grace and good I could. Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
Oh, mistress, mistress, shift and save yourself. My master and their man are both broke loose. Beaten the maids a row and bound the doctor, whose beard they have singed off with brands of fire, and ever as it blazed they threw on him great pails of puddled mire to quench the hair. My master preaches patience to him, and the while their man with scissors nicks him like a fool. And sure, unless you send some present help between them, they will kill the conjurer.
Peace, fool! Thy master and their man are here, and that is false thou dost report to us.
Mistress, upon my life, I tell you true. I have not breathed almost since I did see it. They cries for you and vows if they can take you to scorch your face and to disfigure you. Ah! I hear him, mistress. Fly, be gone.
Come, stand by me. Fear nothing. Guard with halberds.
Ay me, it is my partner. Witness you that they are born, but invisible. Even now we house them in the abbey here, and now they're there, past thought of human reason.
Justice, most gracious Duchess. Oh, grant me justice, even for the service that long since I did thee, when I bestrid thee and the wars, and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that then I lost for thee. Now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my child, Antipholus and Dormio.
Justice, sweet princess, against that woman there, she whom thou gavest me to my wife, that have abused and dishonored me, even in the strength and height of my injury. Beyond imagination is the wrong that she hath this day shamelessly thrown onto me.
Skip a howl, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duchess, she shut the doors upon me, while she was with harlots, feasted in my house.
How grave its fault! Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lady, myself, them, and my sister today did dine together. So befall my soul as this is false. They burden me with all.
Never may I look on day, nor sleep on night, but she tells to your highness simple truth.
O perjured woman, they are both forsworn. In this the Madone justly chargeth them.
My lady, I'm advised what I say, neither disturbed with the effect of wine nor heady rash, provoked with an raging ire. I bet my wrongs might make one wiser mad. This woman locked me out of my house today from dinner. That goldsmith there, were she not packed with her, could witness it, for she was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Angelo and I did dine together. Her dinner done, and she not coming thither, I went to seek her. In the street I met her with her company and that gentlewoman. There did this perjured goldsmith swear me down that I this day have received the chain, which, God she knows, I saw not. for the which she did arrest me with an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He, with none, returned then fairly. I bespoke to the officer to go in person with me to my house. By the way, we met my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them, they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler, and a fortune-teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a dead-looking man, this pernicious slave, forsook, and took upon as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, and with no face as 'twere outfacing me, cries out, I was possessed. Then altogether they fell upon me, bound me, bore me then hence, and put in a dark and dankish vault at home. There left me and my man, both bound together, till, gnawing with my teeth my bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to your grace, whom I beseech to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lady, in truth, thus far I witness with them, that they dined not at home, but was locked out.
But hast thou the chain of thee, or no?
They had, my lord, and when they ran in here, these people saw the chain about their neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of her, and after you first forswore it on the mart, and thereupon I drew my sword on you, and then you fled into this abbey here, from whence I think you are come by a miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor didst ever draw my sword on me. I never saw the chain, so help me heaven! And this false you burden me withal.
Why, what intricate impeach is this? I think you've all drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed them, here they would have been. If they were mad, they would not plead so coldly. You say they dined at home. The ghost of here denies that saying. Sarah, what say you?
Madam, they dined with her there at the Porpentine.
They did, and from my finger snatched that ring.
'Tis true, my lady. This ring I had of her.
Sawest thou them enter at the abbey here?
As sure, my lady, as I do see your grace.
Why, this is strange. Go call the abbess hither. I think you're all mated or stark mad.
Most mighty Duchess, vouchsafe me speak a word. Haply I see a friend will save my life and pay the sum that may deliver me.
Speak freely, Syracusan, what thou wilt.
Is your name called Antipholus, and is that not your bondman Dromio?
Within this hour I was their bondman, sir, but they, I thank them, gnawed into my cords. Now I am Dromio and their man unbound.
I am sure both of you remember me.
Ourselves we do remember, sir, by you, for lately we were bound as you are now. You're not Pinch's patient, are you, sir?
Why look you strange on me? You know me well.
I never saw you in my life till now.
Oh, grief hath changed me since you saw me last, and careful hours with time's foreign hand have written strange features in my face. But tell me yet, dost thou not know my voice?
Neither.
Dromio, nor thou?
No, trust me, sir, nor I.
I am sure thou dost.
Aye, sir, but I am sure I do not, and whatsoever a man denies, you are not bound to believe him.
Not know my voice? O time's extremity hast thou so cracked and splitted my poor tongue, in 7 short years, that here my only child knows not my feeble key of untuned cares? So now this grained face of mine be hid in sap-consuming winter's drizzled snow, and all the conduits of my blood froze up. Yet that hath my night of life some memory, my wasting lamp some fading glimmer left, my dull, deaf ears a little used to hear. All those old witnesses I cannot err. Tell me, thou art my child Antipholus.
I never saw my father in my life.
But 7 years since, in Syracusa, thou knowest we parted, but perhaps, my child, thou shamest to acknowledge me in misery.
The Duchess and all that know me in the city can witness with me that is not so. I never saw Syracusa in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusan, 20 years have been a patron to Antipholus, during which time they never saw Syracusa. I see thy ancient dangers make thee thought.
Most mighty Duchess, behold a person much wronged.
I see 2 partners, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these is a people as genius to the other, and so of these. Who is this another person? Which is the spirit? Who deciphers them?
I, Madam Andromio, command him away. I, Madam Andromio, pray let me stay.
Aegeon, art thou not? Or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here?
Whoever bound him, I will loose his bonds, and gain a husband by his liberty. Speak, old Aegeon, if thou beest the man that hadst a wife once called Amelia, that bore thee at a burden 2 fair children. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegeon, speak, and speak unto the same Amelia.
If I do not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me where is that child that floated with thee on the fatal raft?
By men of Epidamnum, they and I, and the twin Dromio, all were taken up. But by and by, rude fishermen of Corinth, by force took Dromio and my child from them. And me they left with those of Epidamnum. What then became of them, I cannot tell. I, to this fortune that you see me in.
Why, he begins his morning story right. These 2 Antipolises, those 2 so like, and these 2 Dromios, 1 and 7s, besides her urging of a wreck at sea. These are the parents of these children, which actually are met together. Antipolis, thou camest from Corinth first?
No, madam, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Hey, stand apart. I not know which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lady.
And I with them.
Brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you 2 did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are not you my partner?
No, I say nay to that. And so do I. Yet did she call me so, and this fair gentlewoman, her sister here, did call me sibling. What I told you then, I hope I shall have leisure to make good, if this not be a dream I see and hear.
That is the chain which you had of me.
I think it be, madam. I deny it not. And you, madam, for the chain arrested me.
I think I did. I deny it not.
I sent you money to be your bail by Dromio, but I think he brought it not.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats I received from you, and Dromio, my man, did bring them me. I see we still did meet each other's man, and I was taken for him, and he for me. These ducats pawn I for my father here.
It shall not need. Thy father have his life.
I must have that diamond from you.
Here, take it, and much thanks for my good cheer.
Renowned Duchess, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the abbey here, and here at large discoursed all our fortunes, and all that are assembled in this place, that by this sympathized one day's error have suffered wrong, go keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I but gone in travail of you, my children, until this present hour, my heavy burden never delivered. The Duchess, my husband, and my children both, and you, the calendars of their nativity, go to a gossip's feast and go with me, after so long grief, such festivity.
With all my heart, I will gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from the shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
Your goods that lay at host in the Centaur.
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll look to that Anon. Embrace thy brother there. Rejoice with him.
There is a fat friend at your master's house that kitchened me for you today at dinner. She is now my sister, not my wife. Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk in to see their gossiping? Not I, sir. You are my elder. That is a question. How shall we try it? Well, we'll draw cuts for senior. Till then, lead thou first. Then thus. We came into this world like brother and brother. And now let's go hand in hand, not one before another.